Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It's Francesco here. This is going to be a video on Todoist filters. Now, I actually thought I did a video on this quite a while ago. It turns out I didn't. I'll include the video I actually created a while ago in the description. It's very similar to this video, but this is going to sort of showcase a more updated version. So what I'm going to do in this video is go over the labels feature as well as the filters and how to use them in tandem. Now I use a certain routine by using, I found these routines for using books like GTD and also a book called Productivity Ninja as well. I'll include those in the link in the description. They're just sort of concepts to build around this, but you can really customize it how you like. The great thing about this sort of Todoist setup is if you're a builder or you're a student or you're a professional, you can actually tweak it to your situation, or even if you're in an office and you want to filter out team tasks, it still works the same way. So let's get started with how I actually set up my labels. Just before we start actually, this is a Todoist Premium feature. So this is actually something that you get when you get Todoist Premium. So if you're looking to go up to Premium, then you can access it here. But it's something that it does come at a cost, so just be aware when you're getting set up. If you're looking to go premium, then I'll include some other videos in the link in the descriptions. So let's get started. Energy levels, so how much energy I need to complete the task, what tools I need to complete the task, time associated to the task, and location. So just to run over those quickly, that's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour are some of the time associated ones. iPhone and Mac are sort of the tools ones, so what tools do I actually need? Inactive, active, and proactive are the energy levels, so inactive, low energy, proactive, high energy, and mid-range, active. And then finally location, so I tend to do like Plymouth, where I live, or offline, which easy association to that. So I have all of those set up, and about 50% of the time I associate the labels to tasks. So I'm just going to run through some of the current filters I have now that you could be using. I'm also going to run over some of the ways that other people are setting this up, and also a few hacks and tips around using filters across your day. So let's get started. So these are the two companies that I work for during the day, and what I've done with these is, so FlashSticks, I associated the P to the project, so that's the project title, and then I just and today, which means that any of those tasks for today come through here. And I can just see a FlashSticks own. Sometimes this is better than actually going in the project folder, because sometimes the project folder you can distract yourself within that. So having a nice and clear way to see all of that at a glance is quite nice. Now, of course, you can do that you can change this to tomorrow, for example, and you can see all of the tasks associated with that. So you can see, there you go, there's all the tasks, and I just click down into it. But I tend to do it for today so that whenever it comes up, but you can have a fiddle around with that and sort of play with it. The same one for Newton, I have that very similar setup there. And going down to priorities, so this is quite an interesting one. So I have any tasks that are P1, that are proactive, so high energy to complete, and have a today title. This basically clears out my calendar and basically just picks out the most priority tasks for me to get on with. It really does find all of the good tasks I need to do straight away. This one here is called Clear Inbox. Now I tend not to use this one a great deal, but it's quite handy. So what I do is I have a project of inbox, so this is this inbox up here, but I associate P1 and P2 to do it. The theory behind this is basically just to keep it clear and concise, so I'm only going for the important inboxes, and I sort of got into the routine of only associating P1 and P2 priorities to the stuff in my inbox. Down here I've got phone. This one's a really handy one. I'm not sure why I don't use a label for it, but I think I just like going into the filter section. I have iPhone here, and sometimes what I do is sort of chop and change and have a 5 minutes one there. So I can actually see, okay, with my iPhone of 5 minutes I can do this task here. A pretty handy feature for when you're going about your day. And if I just knock the iPhone off, you can actually see all of the tasks I can complete with my iPhone as I go about my day. Next thing is inactive, shows all the low energy tasks that you need to complete. So when you're in inactive, that's just a really simple setup there. The next one that I like is in town, so I use offline and 5 minutes to actually find the stuff I can do while I'm in town. I'm going to update this to at Plymouth, so I can actually see all of the tasks I need to complete in Plymouth. Next one here is just no due date. It just gives me a total view of all my tasks at any given time. Sometimes some slip through the cracks, and it's important to sort of track exactly where all your tasks are, and sometimes this random long line can help out, especially when you can use the filter settings at the top to coordinate exactly what tasks you can do. So let's move on to some of the other ones that I think should be on your list at the moment. So energy levels, obviously what you can do is create one based on energy levels. You can actually have a high energy level, and then let's say your next 5-day view for that. This is something that I picked up from PRODUCTIVITYIST, which is run by Mike Vardy. So here we go, 5 minutes and proactive. Sorry, not 5 minutes. And next 5 days. And you can see all of the high energy tasks over the next 5 days, which is a great way to view that at any given time. One thing I recommend, and something that Mike recommends in his blog post, is not to have too many of these. You could create one for each of your high energy ones, and it's a great way to see all of the tasks at one given time, and sort of filter out things with speed. So he recommends creating one for high energy just today and high energy 5 day, and then the rest, so mid energy and low energy. As I mentioned before, I do this with proactive, active and inactive, which is a pretty great way to get going. So the one thing else that I recommend is, I've started doing this recently, is go over to the Todoist settings. And you'll see that there's a start page. So basically, if you've got the Mac app or you've got the iPhone app or anything like that, it's going to open on one of the tabs. I used to have it as inbox or next 7 days. Great queries and really handy, but I really like when you put it on targets or something, because you land on what you're focusing towards or something like that, or just pick a project that you think would be the most relevant. And finally, one of the things that I recommend is just playing around with this, but use some of the colors. Sorry, use some of the colors to make it look a bit more appealing, especially when you're on go. You can see it really at a glance, and it's quite nice to look at. Obviously, you guys know that I actually create emojis next to this, and you can do the same. So when you're in Todoist web, you can actually use an emoji application to basically put an emoji next to a project, and then you can do that same with filters. I'm not sure I have played around with this too much yet. As you can imagine, I don't use my filters as much as I do, as much as I should do really, but it's something that I wanted to demonstrate, and I wanted to show you guys how you can be using it across your day. Anyway guys, I hope you found this video useful. Although it was short and sweet, it might give you a few ideas for when you're kicking it off. If you want to drop me a message, then do drop me an email. My email is cesidallessio@gmail.com. I'm sure I'll put it in front of the screen, and you guys can drop me a line. I'd love to see your Todoist setups. If you have any questions about Todoist filters, if you have any questions about how you're setting up your Todoist for a maximum setup, then I'd happily answer them. So just drop me a line and let me know your questions. But anyway guys, as per usual, if you have any comments, drop them in the comments. If you could like this video, that'd be amazing. If you enjoyed it, of course. And subscribe if you haven't, because I put out regular content like this, but also for professionals and also for businesses that can use these sort of tools to, so it's just getting a basic understanding for them. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to have a great week, keep productive, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Cheers.